Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun Politico, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Can in the touchlight every corner. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power. Over naira. Still them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun the Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun la wa mo la mo do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun Maiyegun la wa mo la mo do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun today.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Pleasant, beautiful evening to you from wherever you are watching from. Share the broadcast, invite your friends. I've got some beautiful stuff to discuss with you tonight. If you have the time, sit back, relax, and share.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary, àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé.
Elder.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé.
Thank you. I actually wanted to start from this GPT that APC, Egbekegbe, Bokohari and gang have pulled again. But since many of you are already talking about this, our awareness, I think I should just start from there, okay? So to so many people who have been asking, what's this all about? We just wanted to start putting this Yoruba Nation, the conversation around it. Why do we want a Yoruba Nation? What has Nigeria done for us? What are we losing for being part of Nigeria? What is that of a representation that we are not getting? How much of our rights that Nigeria have taken away from us without our consent? So we believe that so many people have been doing a lot for so long, and we call ourselves the intervention team. So we put our, we put our resources together, and then we decided to go into this. This is just a start, okay? So all these billboards, they are just 4, all right? I'll tell you where they are. So we have one. This particular one is on Lekki, this newly built Lekki, what's that again? Yeah, Lekki Ijebu-Ode Ekwe Express Way. Abi, is that what they use? Or motorway. So we decided to put this right there for those who are going to Lagos and those who are also coming from Lagos, going through Ijebu and all those areas. They will be able to have this. And that is how we'll start. So we have been told that they are going to possibly destroy it. Well, let's call today day 1. All these billboards started from last night. So we have one on Lagos Ijebu-Ekwe Expressway. We have another one at toll gates in Ibadan, just right next to the quarry, okay, when you are going to Ibadan. So if you are coming from Lagos and you are going to Ibadan, you can't miss it. This is the one at toll gates. So you can't miss it, okay? So even if you have been denying not hearing about Yoruba Nation, now you can see it right there in Yoruba land. So many people who don't, one thing is that people don't, when people criticize what they don't understand, most of the time they in fact hate what they don't understand. So politicians have used every means, every space, to force themselves into the consciousness of the people they rule. Okay, so when you say, oh, let's do this, they will say, oh, it cannot be done if it's not that person, if it's not this person. And those they are pointing at are the thieves who push them to this point. So you see, all those space now is where we have to take charge. Do you understand that now? We have to take charge those spaces. All right. So if they destroy them, that means they are uncomfortable. If they don't destroy or touch them, because there are security provided for them, by the way, okay? So don't worry about that. There is security. However, the message every day that our message out there lasted, right? Every day that it lasts, right, is a message delivered to millions of people who are just going to see it subconsciously. You know, everywhere you turn now, you will see the poster of this person, PDP. When you turn here, you see the posters, the billboard, giant billboard of this person, APC, SDP, 2023, this and that. That is how they cut. That's how they actually manage to get their attention. It's always subconsciously. Some people will be like, I have been seeing this face a lot. Everywhere I've been to. His poster is everywhere. He must be very popular. Do you understand that now? So that is what we want to slow down now. The speed of their 2023 as they are all gearing up, spending billions now, we are not going to spend billions. We are going to spend a fraction of small money. So as they are trying to occupy the minds of the people with their lies and beautiful posters, beautiful billboards, promising them lies, we should not sit back and continue to blame the people for listening to them when we all know that when they open their radio, they are going to see the politician, that thief, on their screen. When they open, they say they're going to be hearing that thieving politician. When they put on their TV, they're going to see that fake pastor who is also milking the situation to better his own life. Everybody will end up in the trap of the politician. So when they do all of this, and then we say people don't listen, they don't even hear anything. They cannot listen. We are talking about Yoruba Nation, all this way. They are not. But what happened is that we have been talking. We have not been doing enough to put that Yoruba Nation and why into the conversation of our people. Put it in their subconscious minds. Let drivers start talking with their passengers. Do you understand that? Let radio presenters, journalists, let us commission them. Let them pick up the campaign for the Yoruba Nation and bring them out in their media here and there. That is what we are going to do. And that is what we have started. So if you see the poster or the billboard anywhere, we know and we expect them to destroy them. But destroying them simply means we are touching a very, very kind of annoying nerve in the heart of those who believe that they have conquered Yoruba land for their project Nigeria, which makes them rich, but makes Yoruba people and Yoruba land poorer. So we need to bring that reality into the doorsteps, into the homes of our people. They need to feel, they don't need to just talk about it. Let me tell you something. When we were doing research, how did Chief Obafemi Awolowo convinced the young Yorubas in 1947, 49 in the UK? They all came here to study. Then it didn't last a year before Awolowo started talking to people of like minds. They didn't have resources. They didn't have any money. They didn't have any organization. They didn't have absolute nothing. All they had was the scholarship board from Western Nigeria. That's all they had. Scholarship board, the Yoruba scholarship board that brought them, that sent them to the UK. But they felt like Yoruba deserved more. That didn't mean that there were no rulers or leaders, kings, the men of the moment at the time when the Awolowos found themselves and charted a different course for the people of Yoruba land, the ones that we always love to refer to today. So when I was studying that, I found out that it has to do with one, having a clear-cut, explained ideology of what this is all about and why. Then getting people of like minds who also have similar or close idea. Then you form that strong movement, even if it has no name. But there's already a bond called ideology. So Obafemi Awolowo, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, after meeting the right three people he needed, they went back home and they were able to convince the Yorubas back home, educated, not so educated, why Yorubas needed to come together
and get independence, even if the rest of Nigeria doesn't want it. So they broke into the political space. After winning the people over, it was the people who were demanding then that Awolowo team should do more. But it all came to what? The people wanted it. So when Awolowo now came into government, and the idea with the other people who joined him, it was easier for the Yoruba people back then to support all the policies of Awolowo, even when Awolowo and Action Group, they had no real money to execute them. Lofty ideas like many of us have on this platform. Ideas. But there's something Awolowo did, or the Yoruba people did. Free education. The free education that Awolowo offered or introduced was not because Awolowo built thousands of schools before they started. No. It was the people's projects. Yoruba people craved education. Awolowo was a role model. What an educated child can be for a family. So when Awolowo introduced the free education in Yoruba land, Yorubas were donating their homes. They were donating their spaces. They were donating their lands for the project of free education for the government of the Western Nigeria. Not because Awolowo had the money, not because they saved any money to do that. It was because the people wanted it. How? Awolowo took the message to the people themselves. First, they rejected it. They rejected the idea of getting independence. They said it was too dangerous. It was a call for war. I read this history, ladies and gentlemen. So whatever we are going to experience from now on can be the repeat of history. But guess one thing, right? We are never going to be enslaved by history. We are going to learn from history. We are going to build strength from history. And let us just do it this way. I'll tell you. Yorubas will first reject it. They will start. But you know one thing? Some will support it. Even when both who reject, those who reject, those who support, they may not even have a full understanding of the whole thing. But because there is a conversation around Yorubas are not getting fair share in Project Nigeria. And the Yoruba politicians in Yoruba land are the reasons why. So if the Yoruba people understand that, and they take back their sovereignty from those criminals parading themselves as Yoruba political representatives, if you can take that away from them, we will take Yoruba out of Nigeria without shooting a gun. Trust me. Awolowo pushed the Yoruba people, inspired the Yoruba people, which eventually encouraged other people in Nigeria today to accept independence. Do you know that? Awolowo was the first that said the colonization must end. The first that really puts effort into it. It was the Action Group. And that was why it took us another 4 years before the rest of Nigeria finally agreed that Nigeria should get independence. But they rejected the clause that every region or any region who chose to leave can leave anytime. Do you all know that that was part of the independence constitution of Nigeria? It was meant to be. It was Nnamdi Azikiwe that rejected it. Well, he encouraged the North to also reject it. That was why it's not part of that constitution. Because the intention of Awolowo from the word go, young 38-year-old Awolowo, was that we will engage in this, we will get Yorubas involved, we are going to get ourselves out. That was the intention. For those who know the history. But eventually, Nigeria happened. But that is not what we want to learn from the history tonight. We want to learn how did Chief Obafemi Awolowo, without billions, without money bags, without all these big men, powerful people, powerful obas, powerful kings, and the rest of them in Yoruba land at the time, powerful colonial masters, powerful other regions, this and that, who could stop him? Without that much billions, Awolowo managed to get the Yoruba people on his side, because Yoruba people understood then that except they came together, there is no, and there's never going to be an end to colonialism in Nigeria at the time. But cut it down again. That is what we want to learn from the history. And I realized that was why when Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the action group, what they didn't tell you probably is that Chief Obafemi Awolowo and his team, there was no social media, okay? There was no real local media in Yoruba land at the time. You know what they did? They started their own newspaper, local newspaper, writing about the vices, disadvantages, the negativity of things that colonialism is doing, the limitation that colonialism was doing to the Yoruba people. They were writing, they were sharing them, people were reading, they were concerned. It became conversation within communities, markets, in the household, in the churches, in all those places. Some people were against, of course. Some people were in support. But as time goes by, those who were in support started increasing because they started gaining more knowledge. And, they started, the more they talk about it. Obafemi Awolowo and team, they ventured into radio station to pass their messages into different homes. Why do we need this? Why do we need that? They didn't have billions. They didn't have Godfather. They were just students. They were students who came to the UK on scholarship. So that's what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen. It may sound slow, but you know the advantage we have today. Awolowo didn't have internet until when Awolowo and their group, when they gained government, the first thing they did was to start a TV station, and at the same time to extend the coverage of all their radio station. You know why? Because the people needed to know. You need people when you gain the sovereignty of the people that way. They will do anything. They will give their properties in support of what they believe that for common good. Do you understand? And how do you keep them close to what you are doing? You keep them close through information. Every penny that goes into the government of the Western Nigeria, Yoruba people, they will read about it in the papers. They will listen to it on the radio. And this information was just there to further enlighten, broaden, and it helped. It did help until Nigeria happened to us in 1963, 1966, and the rest, they say, is history. We have been going down spiral since then. So that's one thing we've learned in history. If you give Yorubas, my own people, if you give them the reason to have a conversation around this, they will have that conversation. If you can make the entire nation, Yoruba nation, that's what we are doing. We are trying to make the conversation and why Yorubas should begin the conversation around living Nigeria. It is a legitimate demand. The reason why we have to put it in the subconscious mind of our people right there in Yoruba land right now is that politicians who lie to them every 4 years, who have now impoverished them even further, they are back again. So how do we now expect our people when we don't give them any alternative? So if you want them on your side, if you want to stop election, if you want to stop if you want to force the conversation of national conference where they will discuss the process of a new constitution and the process of how to begin the process of breaking up of Nigeria. It's a long process, but you need the mighty strength of majority of the people in that region so that I can sit down and I can say, you know what? We are shutting down on so day for so reason. And people will be like, yeah, it's worth it because it's pure waste of time anyway, thinking that these guys will ever change. You know what I mean? You need the people on your side. You can then, at the end of the day, collectively, the people can say enough. When people say enough, you cannot predict how far they can go. So that's why we are resorting into this. We have money. Trust me, we have money, but we don't have a lot of money. But because we don't have a lot of money, we are going to use the money very, 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 judiciously, like what I just shown to you now. So fake Pastor Ruga, the man in charge of the economy of Nigeria, is already relocated his own polling unit to Ikenne in Ogun State. So when I spoke when I spoke with my friends who were handling this, they said, well, we actually put one on, where is that again? Yeah, I think it's this one. If you are going to, you see this billboard, I'll show you. Let me show you. You see this billboard? Where is that again? Hang on. Right. This one is Shagamu, Benin, or Expressway. You know what I mean? And you see this particular billboard is where is at the Ikenne Junction. Let me see. Where is that again? It's at Ikenne Junction. This is the road to the town where fake Pastor Ruga is claiming to come from. Ikenne is relocated from Ikoyi to Ikenne now. So this is where it says he comes. So we put one there. So every time he goes home, every time he goes to Ikenne now to go and see people of Ikenne, because Chief Awolowo is from Ikenne. So every time he goes to Ikenne, he will see this billboard. So if they remove that billboard, now Shatabandu Komotam, I just make I tell you now, yeah, SOS on that. Now fake Pastor Ruga Kosa. So anyway, we have started. That's the point. We have started now, and we will continue to do this. So in the next few weeks, so we intend to get the number further. People have already suggested that we should get we should get the billboards. We should get them to some certain areas in Yoruba land. I said, don't worry, don't worry. Now, small. This one is just about 24 hours old. Okay, it's just 24 hours old. So we have enough money to erect up to 20. Do you know that? We have enough money to erect 20 billboards like that all over Yoruba land. But we want to monitor them and see how this one is, Go there. If you are driving past any of those routes, go there, take picture, post them online. Okay? So we have some new codes coming, new design, new stuff. You love it. Some people said that we should put the image of Oloye Sunday, but I said, no. There are some certain things that we want to keep under wrap. Do you get that now? So we want to keep it as simple as possible. And at the same time, when the time comes, we will put some other images like that. But for now, we just want to keep it simple. I just read now, Yoruba Nation now. Now on social media, I've been reading this. Do you get what I mean now? I've been reading this on social media. Now I've seen it on the road. People are saying they've seen it. Tell me, if you have passed through Ijebu-Ode, Ekpe,
What's it called that place again? Lekki Epe Ijebodi Expressway. If you have passed through Lagos, Shagamu, Benin or Expressway. If you have passed through, where else again? Give me a sec. Sorry, one sec, sorry. Right, so if you have been to Ibadan today, you probably have seen this billboard somewhere around the Quarry, close to toll gates. And if you have also kind of passed through Shagamu Abeokuta Expressway, you probably have seen one there too. So what we are planning is that we'll give it some time. Okay. This is peaceful. We are not attacking anybody. We are not fighting anybody. We're just passing a message that says we must have this conversation. Okay. So after this, we're going to launch another 10 that will now be in the cities. You see them in Lagos. You will see them, you'll see them in Ibadan. You will see them in Ogbomoso. You see them right there in Oshogbo. All those areas, we'll pick cities inside towns. Do you get that now? So you drive in the town, you see them. Pure message. You just see them subconsciously. Is that Yoruba Nation flag? Okay. Oh, yeah. So we'll continue to get that. And there are more coming, not just billboard. There's not just billboard, okay? There's so many things. So like I said, Shifobafemi Awolowo, they did not have internet. We have internet. And we can do a lot. We can do times 10 what they did if we attempt to. But mostly what people don't want to do is that they always kind of appeal. They always kind of appeal to your fear. They appeal to your fear. Watch your head, watch your mouth. You are calling for war. You are looking for war. There is no war. The only people who actually give death is the government of Nigeria. It is a killing machine. It is a killing system. Okay. So, but we'll let them know how things are done. And then we'll keep record of all they are doing. Let me tell you another thing we are doing, right? Since we had the People's Parliament the last time, I've received calls. I've received voice notes. And I bet many of them are watching me right now. So, and from what I have received so far, it's all been positive. And I love them, right? One of the responses I got, one of them is from our mother, which I would like to say our lady as well. She's watching me right now. She's in London. So she sent me a voice note and said, Maiyegun, I love this intervention we are doing now. And I love the fact that we'll soon be seeing the result of this. But I have something to offer based on the conversation you had the last time on the People's Parliament. I said, okay, ma. So she said, we wanted to start giving water. People suggested that we should give food subsidy. I will explain that, but water. And she said, I have this property in Ikorodu. This property, I've got this borehole there, which normally I always, allow the neighbors on the street to come in and fetch water whenever there is light, when they pumped water. So, but when you mentioned the solar panel, when they mentioned the solar panel on Maiyegun's diary Politico, she felt like she's willing and ready in that area of us. If we can put that solar panel on our own water, on our borehole, right, and continue to pump water for the people by running this pipe from that water. Imagine this. So she said, I don't mind for the neighbors to tap from the water, right? Which means Yoruba Nation will lay the pipe out, a big one, and all they have to do is to connect the pipe and link it into their various homes. So whenever we pump water from that house, everyone on that street, instead of them having to carry water, children carrying this and that, she said, I would love to give that. She also said, if that is something that our team doesn't want to do now, she's also planning to develop the property as well.
That's where she has a house, okay? She said she's planning to, put up shops, right? So that if we then decide to open or stock up food or every other, whatever we want to give or sell to the people, right? And we need storage where people can go to, okay? So she won't mind. She will give us all the places that she's going to develop. We can store them there. People can come around and they can always come and pick them up. She said, if that is also probably not useful for now, I also have a spare plot of land somewhere, very big. But that one, I'm not giving it up, okay? I'm willing to lease it for this cause. Anything you want to do, whatever you want to build on it, whether it's going to be a warehouse, where it's going to be a fair center that people will come to every week, when all that stuff, I will give it. I said, wow, this is amazing. This is not different from when our own parents, our forefathers, when they were giving their homes, their properties for the free education in Yoruba land, because they knew their own children will benefit. Selflessness, the selflessness of Yoruba people, the hospitality of the Yoruba people, which Nigeria has managed to dehumanize so far. They have turned an average Nigerian to an animal that can just spark and devour with any little or no provocation at all. But Yorubas are always like this. She said that to me. Now we have that on the table. Now somebody else called me again and he said, listen, I've got this about 3 to 4 hectares of land somewhere in Osun State. If Yoruba land wants, this struggle wants a space to build a makeshift warehouse where people from that region, from that part of Yoruba land, they will know that every Sunday, if you go to this Yoruba Oduduwa fair, sponsored by the Yorubas and Yoruba for self-determination, if you go there, anything you want to buy there, it is 40% less than what you will buy it in Nigeria markets. And you will book and you will go there, you will register, right? You will be issued a card so that before the day where people come in to make those purchases, you would have put in your order ahead. Which means if they are selling your what do you call it? Let me use this example. If they are selling half bag of your gari for, let's say, 15,000 naira, so you know that if you make it to the fair, you will get that same half bag of gari for 10,000 naira and use your extra 5,000 naira on something else. Won't you want to register and join? Somebody said, once we get to that, because we can do it. We can do it. We can. And I put the whole figure together. I was like, if you want people to believe in a cause, you need to get them involved in that cause. How? If you put 50 million naira here now, 50 million naira for a start, and you use that 50 million naira to source for those products from our local farmers, which means you can build a chain value system for the farmers in Yoruba land, where we will be taking at least between 50 to 200 million naira worth of their farm produces that won't go to waste. And we can resell them to our people at a very, very subsidized, cheaper prices. We can do it, oh. Yes, we can. Somebody said we should keep the whole idea underground. No, we won't keep it underground. Don't use that idea here. The reason why we are public, the reason why it is pretty much informative to have an idea of what you are doing is not to keep things to yourself, especially ideas that others can sit down and say, wow, I am sharing this with you because I want you involved. That's why I'm giving you all these ideas. You need to be involved. You need to commit your resources into this. If you want our people to notice and get involved, we have to get them involved. You build a system around them. And once you build something with them, something they don't want to lose, something more valuable to them than what they are being offered, your job is half done. Your job is what? Half done. 50 million naira a week, 200 million naira a month, collecting the farm produce, collecting everything we can collect from all around Yoruba land, and put them all together in maybe 3-4 different warehouses in Yoruba land. And a day is chosen. Every Yoruba that it belongs to that club can come there every Sunday, like you go to every Sunday market in Nigeria, every Friday market, or every 5 days market, or every day market. The only thing there is that you can't buy in bulk. No, you can't. You can't bring a trailer and say, load this. No, you can't. So that's an idea. And when the idea of, giving water, some said we should begin to construct industrial boreholes for our people. Okay, if we don't have money to begin to construct great boreholes here and there are many, many of you who have properties in Nigeria. You are watching me right now. You are in America. You are in Europe here. Many of you are all over the place. You are doing so well. You left your properties there. They are just there. So I want to inspire a generation of Yoruba that will understand that getting Yoruba Nation takes more than just talking and wishing for it, and then expecting some people to take some actions. We all have to take actions, and we will take all those actions in our own little way. And you see all those little actions, they are going to be the pool of great action that will eventually shift the paradigm, because that's where we are going. We need our people on our side. We can't talk down on them all the time. We can't continue to blame them all the time. We can't continue to be kind of a sitting and standing on this high rise point of, we are just trying to help you. We can't help them if we don't get them involved. That is the point. When I put my own 1 and 2 together, I realized that it is something we can do, and we are going to do it. But we are going to do it timely, systemically, gradually, and as they say, steadily and steadily and steadily. Awolowo, it took Shifobafemi Awolowo 13 years. It will take us far, far less if we do it right, and we will do it right. So that's why you have just seen the intervention, we call it. There's so many things that we have in stock. So many things. They are not cutthroat ideas. They are simple, but they are very, very effective. We will use it. Do you get that? We are still going to be waking Yorubas up. You are watching me from Lagos right now, Abi. We are still going to be waking you up with messages of Yoruba Nation, messages of self-determination. Why? We'll be sending you data, facts. You'll be reading them in Yoruba, in English. You'll be reading them. You'll be reading them, and you will get used to them. That if the messages stop coming, you will start asking, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mi máa gba message lọ́dọ̀ wọn Yoruba Nation yìí lé nìyí. What happened? Is my phone all right? Yes, we'll get you to that point. We need to put this in the subconscious mind of the people. We are going to force these criminals, politicians, we are going to force them to start talking about Yoruba Nation on their different campaigns. Wait for it. It is called planting information in the subconscious mind of the people, even without them knowing. So we all have properties. Many of you have properties in Lagos. You have properties in all those your country homes. You have properties in Lagos. You have properties in Osun. Some of you have properties in Ibadan. You still have properties in Lagos. You have this here. You have that there. You are going to give some of them up. Not like give them up as gift to, well, if you give us as gift, we'll take them. Because that is the beginning. But guess what? You are going to sacrifice, and your sacrifice is not going to be just money, 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 money. It's going to be more than money. Because we have to grow it organically now. There are so many groups talking about Yoruba Nation. Remember that. And our intervention as bona fide, born and bred, blooded Yoruba sons and daughters, home and abroad. A place where we say, Batiberu la bomo. Do you understand? We all have that equal right, and we say, everyone has the right. I mean, every group, every Yoruba son and daughter standing up for Yoruba Nation has the right to stand up for Yoruba Nation as they wish and according to their wills. But in our own way, we will set the pace. We will say it. We will do it. We will get the people on our side, and we will do it seamlessly. It is going to look so easy, because we use the simple method, which is the most effective method: communication. So I'm happy to tell all of you that, yes, there is also something I am also working on with another team. Okay? This team, their own job, which our money is also funding. I haven't told you much about them yet. Well, you see, for example, look at this publicity we did now. That one is delivered. Everybody have seen it, Abby. It's going to be like that for a whole month, okay? And that cost us 600,000 naira. So I'm still going to come back to tell you about our figures later, all right? Well, look at that thing you've seen everywhere. 600,000 naira for a month. So if those billboards are not touched for the next 30 days, think about the millions of people that are going to pass through those places. Millions, if you put them all together. Some people will pass those places like 30 times, 60 times in the next 30 days, because they will go to Lagos, they will come back. They will travel somewhere, they will go back. Some people are traders, they go back and forth. Some are drivers are on the road all the time, they go back and forth. So millions of people will see them for the next 30 days, and that cost us 600,000 naira. I love that kind of budgeting, but I'm doing something else as well. I won't tell you the price of that yet, but it's very handful, and it's also very, very much sensible. Their job, apart from us telling Yorubas, Yoruba Nation, why? Nigeria is not for us. Nigeria is not giving us a good deal. Our Yoruba politicians have betrayed us. They have sold out. They are only there for what Nigeria have to offer them. Even if we die in poverty, even if we have insecurity, if we have no job, if we have this or that, they don't give a damn about that. Apart from putting that information on them, we also need to go and show what our people are really going through that we've been talking about all this while. We need our own documents. We need our own documentation that we will open our own file for. Our money is also doing that, by the way. So, their last outing, which I expected the finished edited report, everything to be submitted to me in the next few days. I'm going to share that with you. Do you know what that report is about? It is about Iseyin. It is about Igangan, Ibarakpa, Ayete, all the Okeogun, and the atrocities, the damages of the Fulani terrorists, the victims, the survivors, and their losses. All of this, we have funded a project to report all these damages, starting from Oyo State. So they just finished that of Iseyin for us. Just finished that of that Oyo North area for us. And when they submit their report, I'm going to share that with you. We need to show our people. I need to show you. Because sometimes people need to see what it is that we are talking about, not just talking. You want to cause war. You want to cause wahala here. You want to make us fight our leader. You are sitting abroad. Nobody is asking you to go and fight your criminal leaders. If you actually know what right thing to do for you is that you will reject them right now. Get yourself together, right? And pull yourself together and break yourself away from their bondage. Honestly speaking, you don't know, but we'll show you. Some of you see them, you don't know how deep, how sad, how deep the cut is. So I have decided to commission people to show us. So in one of these days, you are going to come on to Maiyegun's diary Politico. Apart from the ones I'm going to share with you live, you are going to come on to Maiyegun's diary Politico channel on YouTube, and you are going to watch the reports from Ibarakba, the reports from Igangan, the palace of the king they burned, the properties of those they burned, those who survived. You will see them. The drone footage of the area. Things that will give you the visual understanding of what Maiyegun has been talking about all this while. We need to do it. We need millions of Yorubas to see them. And we are going to do the same all over Yoruba land. You won't know when they come to your area. It is only when the report is ready like this, I will tell you. Because they are now away. They are now in the studio, doing all the cut and paste, putting all the pieces together, all of that, professionally. So that everybody from Diaspora, you can have a professionally reported, detailed atrocities of the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land. You will have the clearer image now. And now, I want to see your reaction after that. When they get to that of Ondo, when we get to Ekiti, when we get to Oshun, when we go straight to Yewa in Ogun State, and we cover all those areas for you. So all of this is to let you know that this message, this idea is for our own good. If we are not safe, if we are not alive, you can't even claim to be a Nigerian or a Yoruba man or what have you. And before you get exterminated needlessly, there is some sense of urgency that we need to put in our people. Do you get that now? So we are going to come with things that will likely shock many of you than what you have been in the past, or what you have been, the rage you have in you, that make you feel like, oh man, we need to go, we need to break away. We're going to document them, and we're going to get. I'm also trying to make sure that what we are doing, is professional enough. It is inviting enough. It is endearing enough for the Yorubas, the Yoruba elite, our rich men and our educated women and all of them all over the place, who have been trying to sit on the fence all this while. They are suffering the destruction that Nigeria is causing. The poverty and the rest, they are suffering it. But they are managing. Do you understand that? But they are not so sure. What is this Yoruba nation all about? Who are those behind it? What is the end goal? This stuff, we are going to set the pace. We are going to build the templates. Okay? The templates that will be attractive to them. They will come on board. Now, when they come on board, there is already how and where they are going to be useful. Do you understand that? So things like this are to attract other great minds to join us and make this their own project too. Develop ideas, develop process, things that can be done in either in a small places, like what they call the cluster arrangements, ideas in economics, in science. You know what I mean? Even in politics, in government, in administration, in whatever you are so good at, if you don't join us to begin to build those ideas that will later become policies and the rest, it will become Iruwa Ogiriwa later. And we may never get there so soon. I want us there soon. So I want to give things that will attract them to us, that will keep all those babaloja, all those drivers here and there, that will make them start talking about this. You know, one thing is this. I don't mind if majority of them are saying rubbish, nonsense, this is absolute nonsense, this and that. When some people will be saying, yeah, great idea, I love this, you know what I mean? But you know what is so matter to me is this, in life, they say there is no good publicity, there is no bad publicity. All you have is publicity. You see that senator, the picture him, he did naked with another man's wife. That's terrible. And that's also bad. But one way or the other, it is publicity. When they say, well, you remember that senator, Dido senator. What is his name again? Dido senator. But you won't forget about him. Yoruba Nation. They say, it's a nonsense. It's a rubbish. It's a good thing. It's a this or this or that. But they are talking about it. That is what I want. Then they begin to start educating themselves and say, hey, you don't understand. You don't understand. Look at what they have done to us. You know what I mean? We want them to be talking about it inside the markets. Not when you have old banner, when you are doing band set and you are doing rally. We don't want them to talk about Yoruba Nation just then. We don't want them to talk about Yoruba Nation when they come on Facebook, on YouTube. No. We want them to be talking about it inside their bedrooms. When children will be talking about it in their classrooms. When the ideology get to that level, everything is half done, 50% done. And we have a lot of reasons why Yorubas should be coming together to decide where is our destiny going. Because we know with Nigeria, we have none. It's taken, it's sold. In debt, in poverty, in terrorism, in corruption, endemic, systemic corruption. So all of these things, we need to make those reality real to the people. We don't let them continue to make it passive. Because that is what the politicians does, you know. They will be like, they have made our people to become passive about what they should be so agitated about. We need to make them get concerned genuinely. You need to bring it to them. And you need to do that by winning their trust. Do you get what I mean? So we are doing well in my own book. And we still have money left. Now, why I say we do well, okay? This month alone, we have spent we have spent about 6 million, 600, 500. We have spent about 6.1 million naira this month, and yet we still have money. So we'll continue to use our money that way. And if I put it this way, roughly, with what we have even spent so far, I can tell you this, that we still have over 11,000 pounds. And if you put that in your money and all of that, we are talking about nearly 9 million naira. So we still have some money. And that is why we will continue to donate, like you have said, until we said we should close it. And when you say close it, we will close it. Or let me say, I will close it. Some other updates I would love to give to you now, but they have not matured enough. Do you get what I mean now? They are not matured enough. So once they get to that near matured or matured, I'll share them with you. It's also great news. It is all about trying to keep the community together. Stay together, and at the same time expand the community by using the same standard system that we are now setting up now. That's what we are doing. So I'm going to open my line. There are many people who suggest a lot of things on Maiyegun's diary, Politico, especially when we are talking about war and what we want to get involved in, and your ideas. Sometimes, you probably don't. We don't talk about them often, but when you drop your ideas, they are not waste. Okay? Sometimes they are like ideas that can be used right away. Sometimes they are ideas that can be fused into other ideas and make another new ideas that's even like bigger as well. So it is always your contribution, your ideas and everything, the fusion of all of those that comes together that kind of guides me in what I kind of do. And in this way, I'm going to open the line soon. We'll talk about that. But let's talk about this subsidy scam. Nigeria is in debt. Nigeria is in serious debt. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, I will explain. Nigeria is so in debt. Nigeria under Bokohari have borrowed so much, that Nigeria is using 99% of their own revenue from all sources to fund debt. Let me say service debts. And they are not stopping. They continue to borrow and loot it, borrow and loot and the rest of them. And they also continue to lose the resources of the people. The resources they are taking from southern Nigeria, especially that oil. 80% of Nigeria crude oil is stolen. Stolen by who? People who are building refineries in Niger Republic. People who want to lay pipeline from Niger Delta to Niger Republic instead of building refineries or making those refineries in Niger Delta to work. So who are those who are stealing the crude oil? So they have liquidated Nigeria. They have crippled Nigeria. And it's a shame that those who are parading themselves for president or this or that, they are not bold enough to say which country they won't be president over. A country that is completely broke and the criminals in charge are not giving up before these people, these criminals came to power. Under Goodluck Ebere Jonathan, when they were paying for subsidy in order for you to buy fuel for 87 naira per liter. Jonathan said he was paying about 200 billion a year for subsidy. But before 2015, Jonathan government was paying about 500 billion a year, right? And this Bokohari said, subsidy is a scam, it's a fraud. Who are you paying subsidy to? Blah, 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 blah. You know the story. Anyway, fast forward to 2015 when these criminals came in. Not only that they increased bunkering, they increased the stealing of crude oil in Niger Delta and giving protection to criminals who continue to steal their oil, right? They decided to increase the subsidy scam. So from 500 billion a year, subsidy in Nigeria suddenly jumped to 800 billion a year, 1 trillion a year, 1.2 trillion a year, 2.2 trillion a year. They started increasing it like that. Guess what? They are no longer selling their petrol per liter. They are no longer selling it at 87 naira anymore. So what subsidy are you paying? Well, how come subsidy is increasing? And people are buying a liter of fuel for 145 naira then. Now 160 something, 165 naira or so a liter now. Now, Bokohari said 1 year to go, no refinery built in Nigeria. They said they will build one refinery every year. This is their 7th year. No single refinery is built in Nigeria by them, right? Subsidy jumped from 500 billion now to, 440 billion. It's now jumped to 4 trillion naira. That's how much Bokohari want to spend. 4 trillion naira between now and 2023. 2023. No be election money be that. Nobody likes last exit scam be that. And the Yoruba economists, Yoruba think tanks. Nigeria have no money. They don't have the money. So the National Assembly have approved that Bokohari should go and borrow the money. So your budget from 15 trillion is now 20 trillion. So if you break it down, 20 trillion naira budget, right? In this 2022, 20 trillion naira budget, they are going to use 4.8 trillion to service debt. They are going to use 6 trillion to change Bokohari's diapers, change Aisha's makeup, and at the same time maybe pass some too to the anyway for taking care and fueling the private jet, presidential jet, and the rest of that, paying themselves huge money and all of that, renovating us old rock, so they will take 6 trillion. They shall cut last now only 25% of that money they now allocated for education, health, road, electricity, and the rest of them, right? So they got the approval to go and borrow that. And just yesterday they said, your naira to your dollar, naira to dollar is now about 600 naira to a dollar. And I don't know what it is going to be now to a pound. However, what that simply means is that when they go borrowing, our people go sorrowing. So if people don't understand what this means to them and why they are finding life so difficult today, we will have to make them understand. We just have to make them understand. And this is where we come in. Our own intervention is intervention. We are not in any competition with anybody. We'll just do it so right. We'll continue to build the trust, and we'll continue to expand. So in the next few weeks, we are going to have a platform where all of you as Yorubas, Yoruba sons and daughters, far and near, worldwide, you'll be able to sign up, right? Listen to this. You'll be able to sign up, and then you'll also be able to meet other Yorubas. And you will also be able to make your donation towards this movement, right? And you would also be able to set your direct debit, which means you don't have to go there to make donation all the time. We can always come to your bank and take it, whatever we agreed on. So we want to connect us. We want to bring us together because there's so much we can do if we are together, like you are seeing right now. And many of you are just there smiling. Maiyegun, you don't know how happy I am. Maiyegun, you don't know. I know. But we haven't done anything. We are just testing the water. We're just doing like that. You know what I mean? We have the capacity to shock people, to shock them, to bombard everywhere with a lot. But that's not how we are going to do it. We're going to do it step by step, consciously, subconsciously, or whatever it is, until it becomes something they get so used to. You know what I mean now? So it is how we're going to do it. We will not rush it. We'll continue to raise our fund, and we'll continue to utilize the fund for everything that matters. So that is what I said I would say to you first. So because when they take all these loans, when people lose their jobs, our own brothers and sisters, your children, the one that many of you trained, spent a lot. Now you spent a lot of money to raise your child, or you train them with so much. Now that they are supposed to probably be on their own, care for themselves and the rest, and you take a break, spend your retirement, enjoy life a little bit. No, Nigeria won't let you. Look around you. Your son, your daughter have no job. They have no jobs, right? Now you are now contemplating of breaking your own savings, selling your properties to raise money so that you can send them abroad. You know, you will stay back. You can't let Nigeria destroy them completely. That is what Nigeria is doing to you. So instead of all of us looking for escape routes all the time, which I am not opposed to, because if I didn't have one, I may never have this opportunity of talking to you. I may just be out there licking the ass of here and, just hustling, trying to survive. Eventually, I will probably have to be doing times 10 of what I'm doing right now to live the life I'm living right now, or maybe times 20. Do you get what I mean? So I'm not opposed to that. I'm just saying, Nigeria is forcing many of you who thought you had it all figured out. But it is always gradual. Economy. When they attack your economy, you struggle to feed, you struggle to balance up, you struggle to pay rent, or you struggle to maintain, before you know it, it strangulates you, it takes a lot from you. You begin to take loans, or you begin to think, maybe my children should just get out of here. My son has graduated now for the past 6 years. I can't really say this is what he does. At some point, he decided to go and learn how to learn computer engineering. In fact, he's now in this or that. But I can't really say. It's just, this country is about to get worse. We need people to know. And what should they do? We need to let them know that they should stop giving sovereignty, power, support to the criminals who are parading themselves as politicians in Yoruba land for the past 23 years, and they watched Yoruba land degenerated to these states. So we need to wake the consciousness of our people that much that it will take us a lot of work, that sometimes you ask yourself, should them blind? Maiyegun, should they know they see? Of course they are not blind. Of course they can see. Of course they are not deaf. Of course they are not dumb. But if you really want to be honest, genuine, right? You cannot rule out what Nigeria has done to them. There are many of them today, rather than being those who plan to say, I want to be this, I want to be that. Our brothers and sisters in Yoruba land are living for the day. Blame them for all you can. But it will always be like that. Their children will be like that. And guess what? Those who think they are well to do for now, the children of those that Nigeria will eventually catch up with, destroy. That some of you will not know because you are also facing your own ozu. You're facing your own ozu. Everybody is facing his own ozu, Jare. Don't let these people lie to you. I understand all of that. But do you know that you can face your ozu now? Do all of that. Ignore them. Do all of that. Nigeria will continue to damage them. Nigeria will continue to reduce them. Nigeria will continue to decimate them. And guess what? Nigeria will continue to take away their self-esteem. By the time you finally arrive at your own ozu, you don't make money. Now, it is time for you to enjoy the money. The children of those that Nigeria is destroying in Yoruba land. Nigeria destroyed Yoruba education. Yoruba politicians allowed Nigeria to destroy Yoruba education. So instead of blaming Nigeria, we will blame the Yoruba politicians who allowed that for the past 23 years. You see their children that you don't care about. You see those people you said they have not suffered enough. Of course, they have suffered enough and they can endure anything. Some of them will die, of course. Some of them will survive. But by the time you arrive, by the time you have now arrived after your ozu, it is time for you to enjoy your money. Their own children, that Nigeria has already destroyed education, destroyed economy, destroyed their family value. Their children are now going to be the new hustlers. Guess those they are going to be hustling? You. That's when you have to deal with kidnappings. You have to deal with all different of things that some of you don't care about now because Nigeria has made many people to mind their business. They just want to make it. I just want to make it. I don't want to die. I have never built a house. I haven't bought a house. I haven't built a house. My children are still young. But right there, right then, Nigeria will take away that life. The children will be left behind. The house you never built, you won't be able to. The car you never bought, you won't buy it. You won't buy it. Eventually, the dream you want to live, you will never live it because Nigeria can take it away from you like that. That is the situation. But when you possibly get people to understand what they are losing and what they stand to gain, how they do, how they can. Because whatever Nigeria is doing to them, the Yoruba politicians, the Yoruba religious leaders, traditional rulers, and those who have the chance to speak, they are supposed to speak for you, fight for you, and break the jinx for you. But they decided to join them, and now they are flying in private jets. You are calling them honorable men and women, excellencies, royal father, royal sakabis, this and that. But they are living off you. Because they are just gatekeepers, rent takers. Do you understand that now? So if you don't care, when you finally arrive at your arrival level, if you know that you make the money and all of that, today many of you are rich. You are watching me right now. You know, I know many of you are actually like rich. Watching Maiyegun every now and then. Abi? But now, maybe you are not in Nigeria, Abi. You have what it takes to live a comfortable life anywhere. But when that crosses your mind that can you actually live free the way you want to live if you move back to that your fancy, beautiful property in Nigeria right now? Does it still cross your mind that you can walk the streets in the middle of the night without anybody shooting or robbing or kidnapping or killing you? Do you get what I mean now? Can you still do that without the risk? Or you are still believing that it no go touch you? It go touch everybody. So that is why those that Nigeria will continue, the Nigeria is destroying, or Nigeria have destroyed. Oh, sorry. Those that Nigeria is destroying, or Nigeria have destroyed, we must do our best to save and get as many back as possible. And that is what we call the intervention. We'll do that by getting their own, what do you call it? By getting their own consent, a willingly given consent, where from their own conscious and subconscious minds, they want it. How do we do that? It is by bringing it into their constant, what do you call it? Constant attention, which is what we're going to do, or we are doing. So thank you very much. The damages is done, and we can still remedy some. There are children that are coming out of some of these people who are the vuvuzelas for these criminal politicians. Their children cannot just grow up to be like them. So if we have any generation to save, oh, hang on. Give me a sec. I'm having a bit of network, what do you call it here? Let's see. Right. Sorry about that break. I'll call it breaking transmission. I poured, I think I poured my juice, and that needed to be clean. So give me a sec. I'm still having an issue with it, but I need to fix that. Right. I think that's that. By the way, can you still hear me, by the way? Right. I don't know why I'm having an issue with that now, but let's see. I think that's sorted. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you very much for your patience there, okay? I just poured my tea, and I was cleaning it, then my towel there was touching the mouse, and it was like just clicking things. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is that I'll open my line, and I'm also going to continue the fundraiser as well. That is for those who might want to tonight. It is not compulsory, okay? It is always voluntary. My first caller. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, Prince Jejeman calling from London.
Prince Jejeman.
Yes, my good general.
How are you tonight, Baba?
We are forever grateful to the great work you are doing.
Thanks, man.
We're forever grateful to you, Maiyegun. I have this great ideas when I was listening to the great ideas and I saw the video. I was dancing in my room. I say yes.
I don't know what happened to your line, Prince. It's like crackly. Don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Okay, maybe we should manage it. Go on.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go on. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is cracking.
Yeah, it is.
I'm feeling it also. I don't know why. But,
yeah, but maybe you should check it and you call back, and when I see that, I'll get that. Okay.
Okay, that will be fine.
Let me try another person so that I'll be sure that it's not me, so that I won't just hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh, I think this is better. Princess, yeah?
Yeah, Maiyegun, good evening. No?
Oh, good evening, Princess.
Good share. I won't be saying much actually. I just want to thank everybody to tell them how proud I am of them, of us. Yeah. I also tell them this is our time. We are stronger and wiser.
That's right.
And we can overcome whatever we have been put through.
I think the network is still acting up. Princess, I can't hear you anymore. Hello. Well, what is wrong with the I think what's wrong with our line tonight? Can you still hear me, by the way?
I can hear you.
Oh, brilliant, you're back. So yeah, go on, Princess.
Yeah. So I just want to tell us that I'm proud of us. This is our time. We are stronger and wiser. Yeah.
That's right.
I am happy to be part of this generation, you know. And whatever it is we've been through so many storms and everything, and we are here. We survived.
Mm-hmm.
And we are reintroducing ourselves to the world as Yoruba Nation.
That's right.
You can't tell us about trouble. You can't tell us about being raped. We've been there. You can't tell us about being killed. We know what it is, but we survived. Suffering has made us stronger. Slavery made us wiser. We have evolved into that unique human being. We have lost so much, but we have gained so much along the way. We have ourselves. We are the people. We are the power. We are blue-blooded Yoruba people. I believe in us. I want us to know that we are wonderful people. We are powerful together. We are ready to take back what is rightfully ours. You know, we are the leaders we've been waiting for. That is exactly what we are, Maiyegun. Sacrificing our today so our kids can have a better tomorrow. We are the people. There is no pedigree, total pedigree in Tadishe. There is nobody stronger than us with what we've been able to achieve at this moment. If our parents were able to come up, you know, to do half of what we have done, we might not be starting from here. So we have done so great. I am happy with us. I'm happy to have associated myself with everybody on this platform. I love you all. I am happy. You know, we are that instrument of change. You know, in the midst of injustice, we are that justice. Right. We are like a legion. We are the people. We are the power. We are everything. So Ọlọ́run á máa wà pẹ̀lú wa, ní kú sọ́nà bí èéfín, ní ṣiṣẹ́ ìdébi pé àwa ní àwòsù mi mo jáwọ́ kúrò ńbẹ̀ o. A máa máa ṣe lọ, a dẹ̀ máa délẹ̀ ìlérí lágbára Ọlọ́run. Maiyegun, I am proud of you.
Thank you.
Àìsàn tó máa ń ṣèyàn tí ò ní fi dìde, tí ò ní fi lè sọ̀rọ̀, kò ní ṣe ẹ́ Maiyegun.
Àmín.
We will get there. Débi tá à ń lọ. Tá a bá ti relent, a máa padà débi tá à ń lọ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Princess, you have a good evening, right? So I have another person on the line. Hello there. 1 second, sir. Yes, sir.
Maiyegun General, Professor Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. Brother, how are you?
I'm very fine.
Good to hear from you.
I know we do láti get to Lenny. I've always been trying, but
God bless you.
Well, sometimes my wife Niyo.
How are you?
Okay. Very fine. I just have 3 points.
Please.
You mentioned a documentary that is coming up. I just wanted to say let it be very, at least short, so that some of us that have WhatsApp group, we can drop it there.
That's right.
So be out about only reduce it. You can just help us so that
like 5
content
minutes or 10 minutes. Yeah, don't worry.
Yes. So
we are. What I told him is that we want a full version that can be watched for full. They want a part version that can be shared on platforms like Instagram. WhatsApp and all those places, like you said. Yeah. Don't worry now. It is what we are paying for. We'll get everything cut across as far as possible. You watch now. Make it ready first. Baba.
Okay, sir.
So
talking about campaign with the billboard, I came late today, so I don't know if you have shown us how it is and where it is. So.
You came in late. I have shown people. What happened is that you're going to have to rewind the old broadcast.
Replay. Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem.
Where we have I'll tell you now on the phone. We have one along Shagamu, Ikene, or Bini Expressway. We actually put it in front of the junction to Ikene, where Ikene Shatabandu, whenever it comes there to come and claim that it's from Ikene, you will always see the billboard. So there is one along Shagamu, Abeokuta Expressway. There is one that we put at what do you call it? This new road, newly built road, right? It connects Ijebu to Epe, to Lekki. So it's a new road like that, right? So Ogun State has built their own side. We put one there. So there is also another one at Quarry in Ibadan. Toll gate, just before toll gate, you see one big one there as well. Well, yeah, I explained that earlier with pictures as well.
Okay, that is very good. As they are campaigning, we are also doing our own campaign. Mm-hmm. So I'm very happy to be on this platform, to be part of this great movement. And what about the update on the petition? It's been a while we heard anything about it.
Again, I don't know anything about the petition. I just signed it like everybody else, right? And I promoted it. But I mean, they are still asking us to continue to sign. So if there's anyone who hasn't, right, once you find the link, and it's easier, Ominira Yoruba 2022.org. That's all you need. And once you go on it, if you have never signed it, you can sign that there. But I don't know anything about it. And I don't even know.
Maiyegun General.
Baba.
Thank
you so much. Nice one, So let's go to another. I think that's Prince JJ Man back. Hello.
Yes, I'm back.
Oh, this is better. Back and better.
Yes, I'm happy to be back.
Prince, go on, please.
Yeah, Maiyegun, I want to thank you so much for the wonderful idea and the action with words. You know, it's so wonderful to see this intervention, and this is to show the people that what they are contributing on this channel is being used wisely.
Amen.
And it has shown that we are going somewhere. I'm so very, very happy.
Thanks, man.
Secondly, I want to thank you so much for sharing the mega protest of IPOB on your channel the other day. I'm so very happy. Thank you for that wonderful clip that you showed that very day.
The greatest time goes to all of the people, all of you, especially yourself, everyone who actually came together to make that happen. Because without you, there's nothing to show. Well, thank you, too.
Thank you so much. So, the area I want to touch today, you know, this guy that, the imam that spoke the other day at Abuja, you know, has made us to know that they are moderate Fulani. You know, unfortunately, when one finger touches oil, it affects the rest. Okay? So in this situation, the about 5 or 6 or 7 terrorist groups we have in Nigeria, they are all Fulanis. You know, and if they want to tell themselves the truth, you know, if you want us to stop talking about and putting their name Fulani, they should wake up and those that are moderate, like that imam that spoke out that very day, the rest, yes, the rest who know that they are moderate, like somebody, the other one, well, he's a politician, the one called Sani, you know, he speaks from both parts of his mouth, you know, Shehu Sani, exactly.
Sometimes he's a comedian.
You know, exactly, you know. So that is it. 5 major group of terrorists, they are all Fulanis, and we must continue to say it because our people, our lives are in danger. There's no doubt about that. They've made all that they are doing is to sell the crude oil today. They are no longer giving account to Nigeria, you know, and it's unfortunate that Asari Dakubo is guiding the pipeline for them, and why they are taking it right into the J Republic, and they have the franchise of Fulani refinery there, headed in the J Republic. Why another franchise of Fulani refineries in Lagos headed by Dangote.
That's right.
You know, Dangote is Fulani. He's the one in charge of the whole economy, rice, cement, sugar, all the major food items that the whole South are eating. It's only owned by one man. So if you decide to shut everything down, hunger will kill everybody. That's what they are telling us. So we should be wise. We should wake up and know how to start doing our own thing, because Nigeria is gone. You know, the train has been attacked. The airport has been attacked. The roads are not safe. Nigeria is gone. So anybody who is saying I'm in Nigeria is making himself a fool. He's making a fool of himself. Thank you, Maiyegun General. Continue the good work you are doing. Your message is going far and wide, I'm telling you. You know, and that is our weapon.
That's right. Thanks so much, Prince.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, man. So I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
May the peace of our Lord Jesus Christ continue to find you and locate you.
Amen to that.
When people say you are a great man, they just think it's accolades they are giving to you. But you are a great man. A man who could actually move people, could actually move mountains. By this struggle, nobody is going to forget you. Your name has already been written in gold and diamond in this process. I want you to understand something. You were born for this. Even when you make mistakes, your mistakes will turn into success. That is one thing I can assure you. Don't be too cautious by saying, oh, I don't want to make mistakes. Even when you make mistakes, it's an avenue for promotion for you. A lot of people are watching. They want you to make that mistake. Yeah. Be bold. Don't be afraid of anything. The most important thing is that God has put a divine truth in your mouth. And don't stop saying it. Keep saying it.
Yeah.
Keep saying it. The Bible says that in the city of Ephesus, so mightily grew the word of God and prevailed. And that word of God that is in your lips is the truth that you share with everyone. Thank you, my brother. You've always been.
Thank you.
Yes. So, here, the only thing I want to say here is I listened to the People's Parliament the other day. And some of us were saying, oh, we should get some people to vote. That was when they were talking about Sure. But there's something I want you to understand. You cannot plant a green seed in the desert and it will germinate, it will grow, it won't germinate. How much more producing fruits? Even if you bring the most successful president in recent history of the world, who is Bill Clinton, and probably Obama, put together, my brother, as it is in Nigeria, they cannot win election. They already know the result. People are just shouting, my vote, whatever, my vote, my vote. The Igbos are shouting, I go vote for. Obi, I will go vote for. All those things, those are the things they want us to do. They turned us into a theater. They are sitting down, watching all of us. They turned us into a theater. But believe me, if we come out and grapple it and say to ourselves, this is what we want to do. There is no election anywhere. If they fail to listen, we ask it that we are not coming out. As they are preaching about this election and we are preaching, what we are asking for is referendum. We are not even asking that we want to leave, we want to leave. Give the people the opportunity to take their destiny by their hands.
Let's try it, exactly.
That is what the challenge that we give to them. Because it is only by referendum in a country like Nigeria that the people speak. Votes don't speak for in Nigeria. Let nobody confuse anyone. Votes don't count. But referendum will count. So please, when we start saying, let's bend the knee to, if this person comes, this person will give us, that person is not going to come. That person is not going to come because they know if that person comes, they will be breakaway. Not just breakaway, they will break away. That person is not going to come. So please, let's be mindful as we are in this particular journey.
That's right.
We know where we are heading to our destination. Let's not be distracted at all, like Lot in the Bible. Right. Let's not say there is an alternative. If we keep saying alternative, trust me, that is what they keep telling. They keep wanting us to believe. If we keep saying alternative, we will not get to that destination. The children of Israel, when they left Egypt, God did not tell them that you are going to Syria. God did not tell them that you are going to Africa or Europe. But God said that you are going to the promised land. And that promised land is where they ended up. So where is our promised land? Our promised land is to make sure we get that referendum and let the voice of the people be heard. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
God bless you.
That's another brilliant one there. I've got another caller. Hello there.
So where is our promised land? Our promised land.
Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, my dear brothers. So, this is the first time I'm ever getting across to you. My name is Austin. I finally made it through, so I guess I'm a lucky guy today, right?
I'm also lucky talking to you, I would say. How are you?
Yes, sir, I'm pretty good. So, my name is Austin. I'm calling from, United States. So,
hi, Austin.
I'm calling from Texas, actually. So, I've been a huge follower of your program and, will I say silent supporter? And, I just want to just throw in my few, contribution.
Please.
I think, because there was something I was looking online and I seen that our summary, Sunday Boho, was released recently. I would like, because I was raised in Lagos, but I left Lagos when I was like 17,
right,
which is like over 20 years ago.
Wow.
So I would like you to help us with some translation, because I'm really interested in that guy. He's somebody that really did a lot to unite, the Yorubas and the Igbos.
Yeah.
So whenever he speaks, we like to know what he's saying so that we
detail of what he's saying. Okay.
Yeah, the detail of what he's saying, because I heard him thanking the president of Benin Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And, that was quite encouraging to hear his voice, and with the guy, the leader, Professor Akintoye, you know?
Yeah, the Baba
So,
Professor Akintoye, yeah.
yeah, so because let me tell you, man, I am so impressed with the job you're doing.
Thanks, man.
And I want to let you know that there are a lot of people who are silently in support of
you. I believe.
You know, sometimes, they wouldn't want to come online and say something about it.
That's right.
But a lot of people are in support of you, and we encourage you and we support you financially.
Yes.
However we can to get this movement to keep increasing and enhancing the movement. So my own final contribution is, like Donald Trump said, I would say Nigeria is a shithole country. But we all have family members there.
Unfortunately.
So, yes, so I encourage, because our family members there need our help.
Yeah.
But sometimes they can't come out openly to, to canvass what we are canvassing from the diaspora.
That's right.
So what you're doing is,
it's
a very good job.
Them a push, which is
we are giving
start.
It's a very good start, and this is something that most of them cannot relate freely with. They can't come out openly to do it. So we are the only ones they're depending on. So just continue the work you're doing and continue to unite the Biafrans and the Yorubas with the Oduduwas. And also, keep the communication going, whether with IPOB, with Simon Ekpa. Don't let anything come in between that communication. Because a year ago, like a couple years ago, I saw you on a presentation with Simon Ekpa.
Yeah,
I want you guys to continue that.
Building bridges and all of that. I always do that. Bro.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very, very necessary at this time. Because, a lot of people don't like him, but the guy still has a lot of followers, and he is very much needed at this time. Because nobody knows. I support Nnamdi Kanu. I expect him to get released, but nobody knows what those people back there in Nigeria with the people in Ato, nobody knows what their intentions are. Nobody knows what they're going to do to him. So at this time, we need another voice from that end, to support the people, to get them to do what they're supposed to do. Okay? So please support him, regardless of all the, the shenanigans going on. Just support Simon Ekpa, because he is a needed voice at this time. Okay?
That's right.
That's all I have to say.
Thanks a lot, Austin, man.
Okay?
I appreciate you. Thanks, man. You have a good one,
I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying.
I don't worry.
You say what?
It will be a pleasure talking to you again anyway, but it's always like a battle to break in. So I'm glad you made it tonight.
Trust me, listen, bro. I listen to you almost every day.
Bless you.
On my way to work and on my way back from work.
Right.
Okay? And while I'm at work too, and I have that chance, I'll just put my headphones on and listen to you.
Bless you, bro.
You are very encouraging. We need you at this time. Your voice is needed, and I appreciate it. Okay?
God bless you. You stay safe, right?
All right.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to go to the next person. I have another caller on there. And here we go. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Njoku on the phone. I think.
Oh, Njoku, my brother, sir. How are you?
In the week. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. How are you doing?
I meant a few days ago, so it's good to hear your voice again.
Yeah. Your everyday tonic for us here now in London. So at least you give us a way out of this.
Thanks, man.
How is the family and everyone anyway? I've not seen your pictures of your son anymore.
We're coping. We're getting closer and closer and closer, and it's just gonna be a new way once the baby is here. It's gonna be a new thing entirely, but I bet I'm gonna cope. We'll be fine.
And the study is going well as well.
We are fine.
For the studies also.
Everything is fine.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. My call today basically regarding what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll start with first one. The first one is this so-called subsidy.
Right.
It's basically election money. That is what they did in Kogi. Kogi gave us a blueprint. When Yaya Bello needed money for his election, they gave him a loan to sort out the election. Now they need money to fight Tinubu in this election. They're claiming they want to borrow money for subsidy. When they were doing their elections, they promised us that there will be no subsidy. They even come out to say they've cancelled subsidy. So why all of a sudden we have subsidy? For example, me and you live in the UK here. The subsidy, we don't get subsidy in the UK. The government, we pay tax for every liter of petrol we buy. How's that government make money from the petrol you are using in your car? And that money get invested in infrastructure. Like as you're moving to green economy by the year 2030, all those infrastructure you're seeing around the UK were built from the subsidy tax we're taking from each petrol. We are not supposed to be paying subsidy to reduce the price. The government is supposed to be making money out of the system. But in Nigeria, the reverse is the case. That's why you know people don't have, like we said, Receiver is claiming that he's not part of the government. Yeah. But he's manager for economics. He's the vice president. So if he can't even manage the subsidy part of things, what is he coming to manage when he becomes the president? Secondly,
they are living in denial. That's so insulting, honestly. God, go on.
Thank you very much. Also, the project you're talking about in terms of people helping each other with what they have already at the moment. For example, where you put somebody said they're going to lease their property, or I like the way you're going about it. I would rather say, in addition to what you just said now, you should create like a platform where people will come in and say, this is what I'm donating. It could be with you and your team behind the scenes. They tell you the places or where the properties are there. And the IT guys you have on your team as well, you start doing like a database system. So you have a verification. They already have a verification system in Nigeria, the DVN or whatever they call it. We can just adopt that and go, you know what? You already have a DVN system, confirm who you are, then you come to the event. You should being able to give out that VPN, that brings a lot of things that help people to know that, okay, this person is genuine. We can verify that this person is actually who he say he is and is coming to get this. We are not doing the subsidy that's supposed to be doing by helping people get food at a cheaper rate. And thank you for putting the banners out. I'm not a Yoruba guy, but I love the banners. I've been watching it all day when I saw when you put it out. It's lovely. And thank you for what you're doing. And may God continue to bless.
Amen to that.
Thank you.
God
That's my contribution.
Safe, right? And you too. I have another call as well. Our time is winding up. Hello, sir.
Maiyegun General.
Kabisi you.
Maiyegun General.
Kabisi, sir.
Baba ya do.
Thank
In fact, Okusha Makin.
you, sir.
In fact, Onwado tie. Agbára Ọlọ́run ilẹ̀ Oòduà àgbẹ̀ àgbẹ̀ sówó àgbẹ̀ sọmọ àgbẹ̀ sáìkú balẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀. In fact, we have your effort towards our sovereignty nílẹ̀ Oòduà. Àríṣe ọwọ́ ẹ̀ púpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn kan sára. Ifun láti ilẹ̀ Oòduà gangan ní Ifẹ̀ gan wọ́n ti pè mí darí lẹ́ni. Wọ́n ti rí ọwọ́ ẹ̀ gan wọ́n ti ròyìn. Wọ́n láwọn nídìí ẹ̀ ń fẹ́ o. Wọ́n ní kí n bá ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún. Wọ́n nídìí ẹ̀. Wọ́n láwọn nídìí ẹ̀ fẹ́ o. Wọ́n láwọn nídìí ẹ̀ fẹ́ o. Wọ́n ti strategic place tó fẹ́ fi sípẹ̀ kí wọ́n ti tún sọ fún mi lórí fóònù. Ibi báyìí mo ní tán bá ti ń gbé bọ̀ àmọ́ bá ti bá jẹ́ ká gbọ́ tí wọ́n lè fi tán máa fi sí fún wọn.
Táwọn ará àfẹ́ bá sọ fún wa pé àwọn làwọn lélẹ́yìí ẹ máa gbé bọ̀ mo lè ní kó wá ṣe kọ síbẹ̀ sátidé ó pẹ́ jù o.
Ok, ní kan máa gbé ó tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn máa pè wọ́n gbé bọ̀ sátidé ó ti dúró ló tẹ́bẹ̀ yẹn náà pé wọ́n gbé bọ̀ sátidé honestly pé wọ́n máa gbé lọ́dọ̀ wọn sátidé.
Àwọn ará àfẹ́ tó ń bọ̀ bàbá yẹn sì wọ́n kó jù lọ́nà nìyẹn o.
Àwọn làwọn máa sọ fúnra wọn pé kò sẹ́ tó lè wú. So a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gan ẹ ṣé gan fún ìtẹ̀síwájú ilẹ̀ wa ọ̀rọ̀ á wà pẹ̀lú yín. So lórí nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí n pè yín kò ju nípa ti parliamentarian something 3 days ago
People's Parliament tí a ṣe
People's Parliament ọ̀bọ̀n kan sọ̀rọ̀ ń bẹ̀ tó pàtàmọ́ lọ́lọ́tún lọ́sì lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé bóyá ká wá bọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀pútà dá pé ká ní báyà plan B ọ̀ nítorí sówó rẹ̀ kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Téèyàn bá ń ja ogun tó bá jà ló máa ń face. So anything tó bá já sí náà ló máa já sí. Kò sí nǹkan tó kàn wá pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ election.
Àwọn ní kankan nínú ọ̀rọ̀ election.
Ní kankan sí pẹ̀lú election. Yìí tá a face yẹn la face. So secondly nípa ti ọ̀rọ̀ Sowore ewúrẹ́ kò lóhùn sọmọ ìyá àgùntàn. àgùntàn ló ní ìyá àwọn òbí dúdú. Sowore fúnra ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ ló ti sóhun Yorùbá pé à ń pòlùtì àwọn nígbà tó lọ sí Warri tó lọ fún kàǹtì ẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn. So àwọn òfìgbà kan reject tó bá padà wá sílé àlẹ́ ọmọ burúkú fẹ́ kó pa tó bá padà wá sílé is welcome tó bá ronú àti ṣe ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ dàbí tọmọ onínàkúnà ní a máa welcome ẹ̀ padà ṣùgbọ́n àwa kọ́ la máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí tó wà wájú tàwa ní ọ̀rọ̀ ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ òsì wájú tiwa kó mọ̀ wulẹ̀ gbé yẹn wá sọ́dọ̀ tiwa ní tó wà wájú wa revolution náà ó kú ó bá wa lára mu kájọ máa fà kájọ bìjọba fún wa bẹ́ẹ̀ wó aláàbí ó issue of election no election àti fún kàbí kẹ́nìkan mọ̀ wà lẹ́ẹ̀kì wá sí kan tí a fẹ́ ṣe nítorí dábàá ti ṣe sọ pé àwọn náà ti ṣe báyìí ni wọ́n máa gbà Àtìkù pé gbogbo ẹ̀ wọlé àwọn ayédètí nípa Àtìkù ò lè tàwájú wa pé Bọ́lá Tinubu ò lè tàwájú wa many of the people tó pariwo tó wẹrẹ wọn ọ̀tá Sowore ni wọ́n o many of them wọn ò fóòtì fúngbà tó jáde lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ o bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n wọ́pọ̀ mọ́ ti fẹ́ drive wa wọ system wọ́n fi wò pé Sowore lè tà lọ́dọ̀ wa táwọn bá gbé Sowore wọlé tá a bá ti kọ́ tá a bá gbé wa dáre agbami tán wọ́n á yọ sọ́ọ̀kì lẹ́sẹ̀ gbogbo àdàgbò ẹ̀sìn ó ká kwádìí ráyè fọ́ká tó rú ẹ̀ ò dẹ̀sẹ̀lẹ̀ àwọn kan tẹ̀ sùn sábàbà bàbá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó gbà lọ. Fẹ́ràn ọ̀gá mi ọ̀run á wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa lágbára Ọlọ́run àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tẹ̀lé tó bá dẹ̀ kú wájú ọ̀dọ́ máa bá wa díẹ̀ ló kù. Wọ́n ní kò sí èrè kan fún ẹni tó bá kó ìkan jagun dání kó tó fojú ẹ̀yìn iwájú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ọ̀nà lálákè sọ. So wọ́n pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ṣìkan àmàlẹ́ àfiṣe gbogbo ọwọ́ ní tẹ́lẹ̀ nínú àwọn èèyàn tó sì jẹ́ pé awareness yìí tó kan ká máa tún jáde káàkiri lọ pé ká jẹ́ kó máa róòlù kó máa róòlù
ṣe lóye ló máa pọ̀ jù ṣe lérò gan lọ.
ẹ̀sà lè wọ́n ní kó máa róòlù gbogbo bí ìlú bíi mẹ́rin náà ti pè mí lé nígbà pé kó máa róòlù pé àwọn retí ẹ̀ wọ́n ń retí ẹ̀ lákùrẹ́ wọ́n ti pè mí lákùrẹ́ wọ́n retí ẹ̀ lákùrẹ́ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀mọ̀ kọ́nà àkúrẹ́ ẹ̀ náà gbà lọ sábùjá Ifẹ̀ àkúrẹ́ lọ sábùjá Iléṣà ó wà sàrẹ́ place kò dé Kogi yẹ mo bá lè lọ sí Warri gan Warri mo bá náà ok ó dáa ẹ bá mi kí gbogbo family ó dàárọ̀.
So
okay, thank you, sir.
Money another caller. So sorry to my audience who didn't understand Yoruba. Okay, sorry, my caller. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. So what happened there was that my caller was addressing a point made on the People's Parliament a few days ago. Some of you have seen that. So he's talking about the other parliamentarians who spoke on Omoyele Sowore. And why we can have Omoyele Sowore as alternative, that we should not throw him out and all that. And at the same time that we should not, entertain condemning him or calling him a thief. There's so many things said, but he's like, we are not for election on this platform, which is 100% true. Okay. So, but again, that doesn't mean that we are throwing Sowore away from us. Sowore belongs to us. We are just not interested in any election. And we are never going to campaign for any election here. Or again, right? Everybody will have the chance of speaking their mind on Maiyegun's diary Politico, because that's what makes us kind of, unique, right? So I've got this. Hello.
Agujegbe,
my brother. Thank you so much. Oh, how are you?
Fine. How's everybody?
We are fine. Oh, one name.
All right. I'm using this opportunity to greet everybody for the job well done, the people that execute the job, the people that contribute the money, the people that they move from one location to another. I really appreciate everybody's effort. So my own point this evening is based on some other things I think we can contribute to the movement, like in the market. I know one of the main things they use in the market is this plastic bag. If we can be printing, our own plastic bag, like Yoruba Nation now on the plastic bag, so that wherever they use it in the market, anybody that take it home, they will be seen.
Environmentally friendly with that level of pure water sachet and all that. But what about paper bag? Something stronger that we use.
No, I'm not talking about about pure water. I'm talking about the bag they use in the market to buy things. Well, you know, when you buy something from the market,
okay, you mean the other, like all those backhoe? Because when you say plastic bag, what we call plastic bag in the UK is called nylon bag in Nigeria. Do you get that now?
Yeah.
So, but
when you go to the market in Nigeria, you know, they give you bag to pack your things, you know.
I get that one, yeah.
We started printing our own, like Yoruba Nation now, and all those bags, you know. It give awareness too.
Yes.
And another thing, just an idea, like for people to remove their mind. Yeah. Another one is for people to remove their mind from this election is maybe if we have the opportunity, like if you can get show people video in this Western world, the way people come out to, you know, campaign to become a president, not to run around field, the way they promise people and they fulfill it, the way they come to the audience and tell people what they are coming to do, not people going to Oba, from Oba to Oba to share money. So that one, when we show them the video to show the difference, so people will know from there that these people are really a scammer. So we don't even to talk about election. Because sometimes I see the way our leaders, they are doing their campaign. Look at where the Wike was like shouting as if he has the power to control Nigeria. They should give him the mandate to in PDP to become a president. Believe me, if Bokohari go out from that place, anybody that comes in and it's not from Northerner, Nigeria don't catch fire. Nigeria is going to catch fire. If Bokohari come out, Bokohari will be Northern man, not people undo the situation. Not undo the situation. The person will not come be from Northerner, come enter the post. My brother, forget. We just see the bandits go come outside. They will this one they come operate enter bush. Now lie, they not go enter bush again.
They will just stay.
So yeah, if we still get some kind of little video to show people how the Western world they take handle the election for them to see say what they say for us now fraud. So we don't need to go for election again. So that one will be another one. And for the imam that spoke out, Alanda, they fired him from that mosque, but God so good. I think they say one mosque also hire him back now. Yeah, they hire him. Yeah. So we really thank God for that. So people should not be afraid that if they say the truth, then that is the end of the world. It's never the end of the world. It's never end of the world. So I really appreciate everybody in the house. I greet everybody. I send my greeting to everyone.
Thank you.
So may God give us the strength to continue.
Hey, Baba. God bless you. One name. Thank you. There we go. I'm going to take my last call now. So sorry if you have not been able to make it through. Our time is up and I'm kind of tired now. Hello there.
Maiyegun Baba.
Yes, sir.
Tuale.
Feel it.
Baba me.
Oh yeah.
This na Steven Joffo from Texas. United States.
Baba, you call it like that, like say nah for this in MC academy you take graduate. I can't feel like say, well, hey, see this one a senior man, oh, Baba.
You know, say me have your like bad boy now, so I saw those like bad boy. So anyhow, way you happen with you.
Anyhow is anyhow.
Baba, I see your hand. Thank you.
Nice one.
Thank you, Baba.
Thanks, man.
You know, as you talk and I say you don't do them. And I know say plenty see they come in the pipeline.
If they're not too mature, we don't go talk them. But when they don't mature enough, go sample them. About thing where they pipeline, thing where they pipeline. You go to say they run for president of Yoruba Nation when we will bombard them soon. But not gradual.
Yeah.
You know that kind of thing. You know? Shall we run for president Yoruba Nation? But don't boy you president Yoruba Nation. We own nation, Lombo.
Abi, now so, Baba. You know when they say general they go war, you not go release all the, you not go show people the way.
No. You go
so code man. Now when you come, that's how you come. Baba, well done. I just come to me. I say thank you.
Thanks so much.
Then I just thank you. I thank everybody where they donate.
Don't forget.
Exactly. Everybody. Because the strength of this message is found.
Yes.
The strength of the message is found.
That's right.
If you don't have fun or anything you want to do now zero.
It's just a wish.
But when you have fun, you can do and undo.
Let me corroborate that with you, right? When I called somebody and I said, I'm trying to do this and that, and it was like, I said, how much is it gonna be? Then he gave me a bill. I was like, oh, that's solid, that's good. Like if we have to do 20, it will be this. He said yes. He said, but don't let us do 20 now, Maiyegun, okay? Because I know you. I want to do it right. So that, as I said, let's do this first and watch. I said, okay, that sounds good. So I already have the quote for something that I can dish out there that can shake the entire Yoruba land, right? In another 2-3 weeks. But I'm not going to use everything yet. And I have the cash to do it. It's not much, my brother. You go shock you. Say, no, too much. No, not shaking it. Go on.
Man, this one just boost my morale. The same boost my morale heavy.
Man,
thank you. I beg another. There was somebody that called in maybe last week or so. I'm talking about maybe I don't know what I can't remember what they said. That people having to access the internet even without having internet like that. I can't understand. I forgot what the guy used.
Accessing the social media without internet or something like that.
Yeah. Something like
so
that. Was what that guy was saying.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people
about that? Go on.
A lot of people don't have more money to buy data and the rest of it. So if one can really access that kind of platform, my help will go.
She make her shock you again. Sometimes now all of you see you my friend there, right? You this brethren. There's a way, I don't know, maybe now spirit they speak with you, right? There's a way that you start saying things that are so close to what we are already doing, right? And somehow I'll just let it, just let it out of the bag. Do you know that part of what we are trying to experiment in the next couple of months, once we get to that part, is that as a Yoruba man, with somebody who signed up on that our platform, there is a code request you can request, and you can get yourself up to like 2,000 naira worth of a credit. It's just data. I have this arrangement that I'm making with some, right? So the way it works, it comes straight from them, all the networks. So if you're on that platform and you need data, you need credit for phone calls, for this or that, you can go there when you get that code, and there is an exhaustive thing there whereby you can only take this amount for this duration, right? But you must be a member on that platform that signed up. A lot is coming up, Baba. People who have access to a lot, subsidized for them, and it will look so easy, and they will just be on the ship, Baba. No watch.
God bless you. God bless you. Empower you with more wisdom. Because I tell one guy say Nigeria don't expire. Since 2014, Nigeria don't expire. I said, you make not talk about. You not believe that. I said, make you go. Wait. I said, first and foremost, what brought about Nigeria? Amalgamation. 1914. 100 years. The guy, many people don't even know this.
Even Hong Kong, where they sold out of China, where they sold to Britain. Now 99 years, then take Selamo. You don't finish.
Yes, sir. I lived in Hong Kong before.
Which level?
I lived in Hong Kong before. I went to Hong Kong when I was 19 years. I lived in Hong Kong before. I knew when that thing happened. And it was so peaceful.
Because they concluded that's why they are fighting China now, that they are supposed to be a country. They're not supposed to deal with China. They're supposed to be their own. Say, they don't serve this thing where they talk, say, you take us, everywhere YAHOO, they take them borrow money from Britain. Nobody say they borrow money, but like agreement. You make us do bad with Britain. For 99 years. Now, you can't bridge them. You can't see the talk say we did under China. Which level now?
Man, Jody, Hong Kong is the most beautiful city in the whole world. Hong Kong will be like Sulere. Even if you don't, it be like Sulere. I lived in Hong Kong before. But the place, if you see the place, I can't imagine Ibadan, imagine Ondo,
imagine Ibadan with all those high-rise building, We imagine Akure, imagine all those places we thought, oh man. Nigeria don't wound us.
Oh God! In fact, don't be even all safe. Now 3 generations they don't wound.
Trust me.
3 generations, unborn generations they don't wound down. So what are we talking about? Baba, God bless you. Don't let me keep you too waiting.
Thank you.
God bless you.
It's a pleasure talking to you, right?
Maiyegun Baba, go
You see, you did say, Sivo is gone. When I was in Lagos, right, there's something we do, call it Opoma Dugbo. Now, one kind language, if you say if you use they will give you drink, they will give you food. Say, hey, Opoma Dugbo, our Opoma Dugbo, they will take a street, the street picking. We know to get work, but we they eat, we they chop. So, to every one of us who took part in this conversation tonight, I want to say thank you. A lot of people still want to call in. A lot of people want to be part of this, I know. But my time is gone, and I also need to grab my dinner. So late. However, I'm going to try and be here tomorrow and some other time, and on whenever I am, and we can always continue with this. To my friends and then the brethren who chipped in their own contribution on the platform, I've shown you. We started with 410 pounds. Now it's 500 pounds. So we raised 90 pounds tonight. That's amazing, because people always be like, once I show that page on the screen, people just want to make sure that the number changes. Maiyegun, don't worry, we'll put it now. Now, Maiyegun, I'm going to put it 50 pounds. Maiyegun, I'm going to put now. Before you know it, 100 pounds, 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000. It could be like that. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has made this happen so far. There's so much we can do. I can't tell you all. Every time I sleep and I wake up and I imagine what I can do, right? To show to all of us that pulling our resources together in one place can actually make a huge difference. Because 10 pounds, 5 pounds, $1, $2, $100, 500, 1,000, you know what I mean? When you put them together, you can direct them to wherever you want, like what you saw today. So our people in Ile-Ife, you have specifically made a request, make a request for your own Yoruba Nation banner. So I am going to ask them to send you one. They will bring one down to Ile-Ife before Saturday, maybe on Saturday, okay? So they will bring one down, and it is going to come with the Alanos quote, a new design, not so much difference, but a new design with a new quote from Alano himself, Professor Banji Akintoye. And in his own words, right, he won this on one of those billboards. So it's going to be the next batch that will be coming out. Alano said, Ile baba omo ki ba omo leru. Gbogbo omo Oduduwa, ile ya o. Bana temagba ni enile Ife. It is Saturday. So I will get across, and then we'll walk around it. She gets insane. So we have Ile baba omo ki ba omo leru. Gbogbo omo Oduduwa, ile ya o. Somebody is shocked that I'm just about to get my dinner. I'm so bad at it. Like, that's how it works. I can eat my dinner 10 p.m. and I will eat another dinner again at 1 p.m., 1 a.m. in the morning. If I'm not sleeping, I can still make some munch again around 2 a.m. Depends on what I'm doing. And I'll wake up fine. I will sleep fine. And I wake up fine. Everything digests, everything fine. Go to toilet fine. Then I don't eat all day, just drinking my tea, whatever I can grab. That's the problem. So don't worry about me. I'm gonna go for my dinner. So thank you so much, everybody, for your time tonight. Again, I am going to see you some other time. Until then, don't leave this chat. Okay, there's something I want to show you quickly. I have told my team to redesign the Yoruba Nation logo. Not redesign, no. What we did is this. I'll show you. If you check this picture, right? Let me see if I can take this off. If you check this picture, right? It is the quality of it is quite different from what you have on social media everywhere. We redesigned it from the scratch, right? If you check the gold star surrounding the head of Oduduwa there, right? That gold star is newly designed, okay? Because we wanted to look more original, because all this can now go on different stuffs originally, okay? Not just those ones we copy on social media. This is going to go onto our Yoruba Rescue Fund platform, among other, other logo that will go there. I just thought I should share that with you. I am the only person who have the copy. Yes, that one is our own copy. Oh, that's our own copy. And therefore, we will use it very well. So that when you see the quality of it on anything we put it on, you will tell and say, well, like a copy and paste, because it is not. That's part of what we have managed to do, right? So thank you so much to those to those who have been making the contribution possible. Somebody even sent me money on PayPal. Sorry, I don't know if it will be comfortable for me mentioning your name, but again, I will keep that to myself for now. But I got the money. I got it, £70, and it was specifically for me. Sorry, guys, it's not for they added a message, and the message said, Maiyegun, this is for you, for all you have been doing. So people can be so good to me that way. Okay, so I just want you to know, if you are watching me right now, that I got it, and it's right there in the PayPal, £70. So thank you, ma. God bless you, and God replenish your pocket from wherever that comes from. The most important of those offerings that I actually love you to give, because it doesn't cost anything, it doesn't cost a penny, is that if you have been with us all night, don't leave without dropping your offerings, which is like that video, share it if you haven't, and at the same time, I'm going to see you some other time. On us, let's see, I've got Solo honors. I don't know if I pronounced that right. So thank you very much for your super sticker. Yes. Now that we will buy air ticket in dollars, show Naira is a valueless toilet paper. Citizen tax for Mala money changers. Trust me, it is terrible. I will cover more of that next time. And I thank you once again. I'll see you some other time. And good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra